Antony Gordon boarding his private jet alongside his family and also his representative Adam Dugdale to jet off to Barcelona to sign for the Spanish champions. He arrived at the airport, the private terminal here at Newcastle in the last few minutes, and he has just boarded the plane behind me set for Barcelona. That is after Newcastle reached an agreement with Barcelona last night for Gordon to sign for the Catalan club. 80 million euros, which equates to around about £69.3 million. He is flying out in the next few minutes and will begin his medical later on this afternoon. This represents good business, this for Newcastle, managing to bring in around £70 million for a player that they spent around about 40 on 3 years ago. A dream move for Gordon and his family himself, getting to move to Barcelona. Of course, he's played against Barcelona already this season, scored against them at St James's Park in the Champions League, so Barcelona know exactly what they are getting. He will begin that medical later on this afternoon and pen a 5-year contract at the Nou Camp Stadium. He's 25 years old, of course, taking him into his peak years for Newcastle. Early business done in this transfer window. We know the window doesn't open until the middle of June, but Newcastle will have this agreement in place that once they reach the 15th of June, Gordon becomes a Barcelona player outright. Newcastle were keen to get the deal done before the World Cup, just in case he picked up an injury, and of course it gives them more room to manoeuvre and time to manoeuvre in the window as well. You'll be aware that those last 4 games of the season he was an unused sub for Newcastle, that largely due to the fact they were trying to protect him ahead of a move away. Bayern Munich were in for him, but it was Barcelona who came in big over the last couple of days, and Newcastle agreed that deal last night. 80 million euros, £69.3 million for Gordon to travel to the Nou Camp. And I'll just step out of shot there just to show you that is his jet there behind me in the background, waiting to take off. On board that is Antony Gordon, his family members, and also his representative Adam Dugdale, who's thrashed out that deal, and we're just awaiting it taking off in the next few moments. So huge move for Antony Gordon. Big business this for Newcastle. I was going to say early in the window, but before the window even opens, and just an amazing dream move for him. It's been a successful time for Antony Gordon on Tyneside. He'll be hoping for similar at Barcelona when he arrives there. And if you just stay on my pictures if you can probably see the plane, just the lights coming on in the front there, and just getting ready to taxi up to the runway to take off. And Gordon and his family, of course, will get ready for a new life out in Barcelona. Interestingly, of course, Gordon's played against him 3 times this season. He did so well in the Champions League, didn't he, this term? 10 goals. Only Harry Kane and Kylian Mbappe have scored more goals than Antony Gordon this season in the Champions League. That alerted Bayern Munich. Their offer was too low for Newcastle to accept. In came Barcelona 48 hours ago to offer that £69.3 million to Newcastle, and Newcastle could not say no to that. So there he goes, Antony Gordon, set to take off and begin that new life over in Barcelona.
Yeah, let's stay on these pics just to see the moment that they may well disappear into the distance. Brilliant work, Keith, by you and the camera team on the ground. Exclusive pictures to Sky Sports News. We know that deal is getting ever closer. What will happen once he lands in Barcelona? They're pretty open with the way they do their medicals, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. We'll probably see every step of that along the way, I think. But look, that's him just about to jet off now. Originally, he was leaving at 11 o'clock this morning, so the flight's been pushed back a little bit until all family members and representatives were here. So, they're about an hour and 15 minutes. I was told just in the last 15 minutes that Barcelona have been on the phone just wondering where he is. They hoped that he would have taken off by now. So, look, they are keen to get this pushed through quickly, aren't they? But he will begin that medical. I think it's at 2 o'clock local time this afternoon. Should take a few hours, and the plan would be for Barcelona to announce the deal over the weekend. Remember, the transfer window isn't open, is it? So that just kind of confuses things a little bit. But I think, look, as far as Newcastle are concerned, We know what happened with them last year with Alexander Isak. They sold him on deadline day. It left them kind of scurrying around in those last couple of days to try and get replacements. We saw Johan Wissa and Nick Woltemade arrive. They wanted to do their business early to give them the best possible chance of getting in replacements. And there is Gordon now, as you can see in the distance, jetting off. That plane will just disappear there behind Newcastle Aviation Academy, and that is him going off. So yeah, about 3 hours to Barcelona, then the medical will begin. And yeah, look, a huge move for everyone. It feels like it's good for all parties.